we are ready to do the Borescope inspection on TKY. Now, I've been away for a couple of months running tours out on one of the world's most remote and challenging four-wheel drive tracks. It was an all-women's tour, four-wheel drive tour along the Kenning stock route in Australia. I'm back home now, but TKY hasn't moved since, for nearly 2 months. And that's not really a big concern, but I hadn't got around to doing the Borescope inspection that I do every year. My mechanics, I don't think, do a Borescope inspection. If they do, they certainly don't provide me with images.
And have a look at number 4 first.
And it's something that I do myself, and I have a membership with Savvy Aviation.
Got the plug out of?
Which, although it doesn't give as many benefits to someone in Australia as you would get if you're based in the United States, it still is, in my opinion, quite useful. It certainly saved me
but they're not
almost the entire cost of my airplane in the 2 years that I had it up to that point.
There it is.
So anyway, what we did was we got the Borescope images, and you can see them here, and then we have to upload them all to Savvy Aviation. The first thing to do, though, is to organise them all, and I probably should have kept better records, but I did work out which were which. I started in cylinder 4 and worked my way around. As you can see, some pitting there that has been there all along. This aircraft stood for quite a while at a flying school next to the ocean. It's also an engine that's 800 hours over TBO and was, built in 1978. Anyway, we got to log into Savvy Aviation. I would encourage you to get a membership for that and upload our images once we've organised them all, because we've got to tag them by cylinder and by what they are, like inlet valve, exhaust valve, or whatever else. So you can see me here about to upload them. I've created a kind of, an image set, that's what it's called. So you can see there's one there from cylinder 3 from 2024, and I haven't done any since, so we're going to do the entire engine this time, and we'll create an image set for all cylinders August 2026, and that will contain all the images I took just over the last day or so. They've all been organised already on my Dropbox, so I merely have to pull them in, and I'll pull them in cylinder by cylinder. So I think I start with cylinder 1, drag all the images in to this image set, and then once I've got them in the image set, I have to tag them, and you'll see that happening here. So there's a small subset, that's cylinder 1, I believe. Drag it in, and it will populate a sort of a temporary area, if you like. So you can see I've got all the cylinders listed there. I've created that's already there basically. And now what I have to do is I have to tag it. You can see the cylinder numbers on the right, so it's defaulting to a 4-cylinder engine for my particular engine, because it knows that that's what it is. I suspect that's how it works anyway. So I just tagged them all with cylinder 1, and they'll all go into that cylinder 1 folder. And I'll have to tag them with what they represent. So that one is a cylinder war, but I just clicked as other, and then I tag all the valve images, exhaust valves, inlet valves, whatever else. Upload the next lot. Excuse me. Cylinder 2, I believe. Go through that tagging process again. On to cylinder 3. Same process. And so on and so on. Cylinder 4. Upload. Tag the cylinder number. Tag what the images are actually of. And then click Request Analysis. Then I can put a message there, so I just give them the background. They already know some of it, but I note that number 3 is now 60/80 cold. I don't see any damage on the valve. I don't see any damage on the seat. I don't see any deposits on the seat. So I make the comment that could it be stuck or broken valves? It could also just be worn out engine, you know. But I put my comments there just to give them a little bit of background. I did, you know, you would have noticed as well there are deposits in there, and they would have come from its life as a trainer when it was run full rich all the time and never really did any long flights, and probably until I got it really. And by then that was, you know, whatever, how many years later. So it was built in 78 and I bought it in 2023 or something. So yeah, it's had a long life of flying school, and then it did actually get sold to somebody. No, it got stored in a hangar and somebody, I think from the logbooks, basically stole it or bought it and didn't pay for it or something like that. So it sat for a number of years, I believe in a hangar. I only learned that after I looked more closely through the logbooks. I didn't spot it when I first purchased the aircraft. And then of course, at the flying school, they moved over to composite aircraft, and so for the last month or so, maybe several months, it sat on the, you know, on the flight line, tied down at an airport next to the ocean. So although the airframe, everything is fine, you can notice there's some pitting in the cylinders, and you know, assuming my business remains profitable, my businesses, we might get around to doing something about the engine. We'll certainly have to do something with number 3 at a minimum. Probably not going to let me get through another annual without doing it. So not that I really want to, but it is about money as always, and so it is that yeah, that's just the way it is with airplanes. So anyway, there you can see confirmation that they've got the report, or got the upload, and they're going to, you know, fill me in on it when they get it analysed. So now to my sponsors, which are my own businesses. If you're based in Australia, then please go and take a look at learntotow.com.au. This is my business. I teach people to tow trailers and caravans. We do recreational, we do corporate. If you tow for work or for play, then I highly recommend you check out our Learn to Tow courses. There's also TrueWay caravan and vehicle weighing service. We are about to release consultancies where you can request us to analyse your choices of vehicle. Let's say 2 vehicles, 2 caravans. Will they go together? What problems am I going to run into? So that's a new service that's going to be offered at TrueWay, trueway.com.au. So check out both those businesses, and remember, subscribe. We really need to get our subscribers up. It's the best thing we can do to continue bringing you video content. I want to bring you lots more video content, but I have to try and get the subscribers up. Also, comment. Please comment. That really makes a big difference to the algorithm. Comment in anything you like. Well, if it's rude, I'm going to delete it, but you know, comment away. That's it from me. We'll see you next time.